Whenever you're ready, let's start. Sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live at Front Street Social. We're going to recap Amari Cooper's historic day on Sunday. 2 games back in our pickups 2 weeks ago. Do I catch up? All that more tonight on the front, starting out. What's the time? This is for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talking About Balls. I am Justin George, joined as always by Kyle Price and Tim F2. Gentlemen, how are we feeling? I don't have a beer. Who did you order that beer from? My wife. Oh, your wife. Mistake number 1. Thank you all for coming. We are live at Front Street Social. First and foremost, I'm going to shout out to Brock. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. We've been wanting to do a show from here for a long time. We finally got the contact information. We made it happen. We're excited. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you tip your waiters, everybody. It's a Christmas season, so spend Christmas season. Holidays are over. It's never ends. With that being said, Brock was gracious enough to let us do our very famous segment, Talking About Buzzballs. We're the beat show of Buzzball. Every time the Browns win, it's sweeping the nation. Everybody and their brother loves it. Thank you very much. Here's your beer. It's cool. So without further ado, are you ready? Yeah. Are we starting right off with it? I have eggnog. Happy holidays, everybody. I got an eggnog Buzzball. It's delicious. Everybody out there, you guys have your Buzzballs ready? The Browns dominated the Houston Texans, as they should. Things are never easy. I prematurely cracked mine. All right, I'm good now. Let's go. Everyone good? You doing one? All right. Everybody out there, you know the rule. What do we chant? All right. Delicious. All right, so probably dropping on my favorite. Eggnog will always. Eggnog is still the favorite. They should set another one. All right, well, we're gonna get right into it. We're skipping the BS segment that we normally do. You guys love hearing about our lives. Christmas. First fine. I go to too many people's houses. You have a lot of families, so it's too much. 4 places in 2 days. Too much. Tim, did you have a good Christmas? I think that's not the microphone. My wife is going to yell. We love that.
I heard there be a second, we can combine it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so the Browns beat up on the Houston Texans on Sunday. They were able to bench the starters for a minute, and then they had to bring them all back in because that's Cleveland for you. And DTR played about 3 snaps and immediately went on the IR. So is there anything more fitting for this Cleveland season?
No, I mean, we just keep adding to the IR team. I think that our IR team could compete with other NFL
The
teams.
salary cap on the IR is ridiculous. It's literally absurd.
Well, Watson has at least 3-4.
Most of it, yeah. He's a good chunk. But no, the Browns win. Amari Cooper has a historic day. The best receiving display by a Cleveland Browns wide receiver in NFL in history. He beat Josh Gordon, which is shocking.
I'm so glad they brought him back in. I mean, I'm sure they brought him back in
It wasn't my choice.
I know it wasn't my choice, but I'm glad I got the record, right?
It was because the Texans couldn't stop scoring on our. The funny thing is, we put in our backups, which any other team, your backups are pretty good. Our backups are 4th and 5th stringers because our backups are even on IR. So it's slim pickings out there.
I mean, to be honest, going into when they put the backups in, I think all of us in Cleveland know that we don't trust anything that happens, right? A league's never safe, no matter what happens. So when I saw the onside kick and recovered on it, the Texans, I'm like, oh, shit, here we go.
All I thought was rinse and repeat. We gave up an onside kick last year to the Jets. We lost it in an embarrassing fashion. Yeah, I thought, here we go. We're going to lose this game with the Texans because that's the way Cleveland is. But Joe Flacco is not allowing us to lose these games, and that's what I love about him.
There are some plays that he made on Sunday that, honestly, most of them went to Amari, obviously. That I just cannot believe that he was able to scramble out of the pocket like he did. Or some of the throws while falling down to the sideline, then they caught the ball, which is
When he hit Amari Cooper on the sideline with Texans wrapped around his leg, that was one of the best throws I've ever seen a quarterback make. That solidified the win. That was it.
Do you think he's like rejuvenated in Cleveland right now? Like you feel like he has like something on his back and he's like he's group something?
No, because he's still turning the ball over to shit.
That's awesome.
I mean, he's turning it over so much. Yeah, for all the good things that are happening with Joe Flacco, he's still turning it over in the lobby.
What are you watching on your head?
It turns into some weird anime stuff. No joke.
Yeah, so that's the thing we talked about last week. The show was about not having a clean game.
When he hit Flacco, one of them was right before halftime. I'm not going to hold that against him. He threw up a Hail Mary. It is what it is. The other one he threw up was a 50-yard interception. So it was basically a punt. In a big lead. Yeah. Then there was another one that was just a bad throw. So I can look at one bad throw in the game. I mean, you look at Brock Purdy, who as of yesterday was, for whatever reason, I don't understand it, the leading MVP candidate. I don't understand that.
It's on fire.
And his stats aren't that good. And then he throws 4 interceptions and immediately tosses himself right out of MVP.
So who's the lead candidate in MVP talk right now?
It depends on who you ask. If you ask the people that actually know what an MVP means to a team, it probably Christian McCaffrey or Tyreek Hill would be my top 2 choices personally. Everybody else is going to go for Lamar Jackson. Because quarterbacks just get through. I don't know.
McCaffrey's had like what most second whatever he's been leading in like whatever touchdowns.
Something touchdowns. He had touchdowns. Lamar Jackson.
Speaking of that, did you see the guy last night that hit that? $495,000?
Yeah, he had like a 20-something anytime touchdown parlay. Steve wouldn't be here right now.
You know what sucks about those bets is you look back and you see who they pick for anytime touchdowns. It's like makes sense, right? Those are pretty easy.
In hindsight, sure. Yeah.
It was what $5? $5 to win
Something like 400,000. Yeah.
That's insane.
Meanwhile, we're making $2 to win like $50, and they never take it.
Turn me up a little bit. Thanks.
You've already turned that on, so just turn them up.
Good, perfect.
Good. Yeah. So me personally, I would not vote for Lamar Jackson for MVP, and that's just me.
Was that bias of you not to go for Lamar?
He has like 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's not MVP.
It's a game last night though against one of the best defenses in the NFL.
PJ Walker. PJ Walker.
Okay. PJ Walker only beat the Ravens. He ran beat himself.
That's good. He did a little bit.
That kid saved us too.
And also Brock Purdy turned the ball over 4 times, so you got to put him in a good position. I just think the MVP award is essentially a quarterback award at this point, and it should not be.
And that's what sucks. Every season, it's always the quarterback's going to get it this year. And I think defensive linebackers, quarterback, anybody that should have a chance to win the MVP, they just don't pigeonhole it into a quarterback only.
For me, the award goes to down to, if you take the player off the roster,
Yeah.
how does the team do? Missed most of last season, he still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that right there shows you he is not the most valuable player on the team.
But at that point, if you take the Panthers off the winning runners, they're not with the right of it.
That's why we can't.
I agree. I mean, I think that was to lose.
Or listen to Tyreek Hill. There's the only two people in my opinion.
Tyreek's been a great asset to the Miami Dolphins, but if you take him off the team for 5 games, you don't think they're going to
They're not winning the division.
I mean, he's still got a good weapons offense. I mean,
It's very good. They're hurting the best.
really.
Without Tyreek Hill.
In that division.
Oh, 100%. That's just my personal opinion. But, look at the Browns. How many of you guys, I'm assuming most of you here watched that Browns game on Sunday?
I would.
I would assume so. Kenny, talking about buzzball videos from anybody, so I'm really wondering who was actually watching it.
Let's be honest, they're hard to find. You have to go to some level to find them.
I have a loaded fridge of them. They're very easy to find.
Nobody lives by Max. Why everybody lives by Max coverage?
Put a Max. I went to the liquor store, went next to Little Caesars by my house, loaded with them. I went there on Claire took me there one night on Wednesday. She's driving me home, we're at a bar or whatever, and she just pulls in the liquor store. I'm like, why are we here? She goes, go there and buy buzzball. Tell me twice. I mean,
It's the best thing I haven't heard in my life.
however, they do have any flavor, but if anybody can find the small flavor they have, it's probably going to go away soon. It's a holiday limited edition. It is called Cookie Nookie. And I am a diehard Limp Bizkit fan. I don't care who knows it. I love Limp Bizkit. So, Cookie Nookie, you know who. Cookie Nookie sounds amazing.
I think I put a really really good.
Oh, no, he's a dude, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, bring it, Nick Trevor.
Not even in the same genre. All right, but thank you. But yeah, you can find it at Cookie Nookie. It's a Christmas flavor. I would love to try it. I've heard good things.
So where did you see that they have? You're not reading the website?
Oh, they're Facebook, yeah.
So have we anything back from them?
No, I have reached out to Buzzballs to get official sponsorship, and I have gotten completely ghosted.
I feel like everyone that follows the show or watches the show like sends one
You
email.
have innovated such a remarkable, talking about Buzzballs, it's perfect. We're a great team. I think we could work well together. It's good.
We should look to make our own flavor. Like they make flavors. We should work with them to make our own flavors and flavors.
Yes, with sweaty balls. Talking about sweaty Buzzballs. I need to make that. The Browns win, Mike Cooper, historic day. They put in the backups. And obviously, it didn't work out. The intention was there because the Browns play on Thursday night. It's a quick turnaround. The fact that you were able to rest your starters, you hoped for about half. And then it didn't work out that way. It was a good move. I agree with Kevin Stefanski making that decision personally.
Yeah.
But again, our backups are now fourth and fifth stringers. So,
It just seems like every week we have a football game, we add 3 or 4 players to die off.
and we do it in a way that's unreal. We're not just using, star linebackers or offensive linemen. We now lost a kicker and a punter in the same game. That's what happened in the history of football. Your kicker didn't figure out what happened. You didn't see that yet.
You didn't watch the football game?
Thank God. That's how we won. So we came off. I think it was 14-0 at this point. We kicked off. They returned the kick for a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins is slow as fuck, and he tries to chase him after. Here's his hamstring. Taylor sprains everywhere.
Did he not?
He's week to week right now. Deciding another kick.
That's his plant leg, isn't it?
Yeah, it was his left leg. And then Hunter started kicking, chasing people down. He's hurt. We have to find a backup punter. So we lost our kicker and our punter in the same game. That is the most Cleveland rock I've ever heard. And the fact that we still won the game and were favorites on Thursday is just a testament to Kevin Stefanski being the best.
I honestly think that
Where's your class of Kevin Stefanski? I love that guy. He takes that. He might be up to everybody. Yeah, he lives very close, I'm sure.
Here's the thing, though.
The facility's down the street.
We play the Jets, and he's going to do Commanders. Do we truly need a kicker? We could probably just continue to do what he did against Texas. He can go for 2 all the time.
I like it until the playoffs start.
That's what I said, the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, the next 2 weeks we give a shit. Yeah, you're winning the teams with or without a kicker. That's not what we're doing. We picked up Riley Patterson. For those of you that don't know, Riley Patterson was with the Detroit Lions. He was decent. He was fine. Nothing special. Josh Smith does that. He was fine. Nothing special. He's wearing a Lions hoodie right now for some reason. Nobody understands why, but that's it. He's
right there. I mean, come on.
They were arguably one of the worst divisions in football. But
He just never let you have it.
I can't help it.
He just kept you happy for anybody else.
So let's start talking about how Dan Campbell does not deserve Coach of the Year. We're going to write that down. Kevin Stefanski, obviously, he's the best coach of all time. You guys, he's a statue. Yeah, he's the best coach I've ever seen in Cleveland. I love so yeah, take that. Old fuck.
Anybody over 35, and you've seen other coaches, but yes.
Yeah, I think Marty Schottenheimer was already on that school before. Like I started watching football, so. But, shout out to Amari Cooper though. He did have a historic game. He set a Browns record, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns. No doubt he'll be the offensive player of the week this week.
That's not. We're going to have this conversation.
Sure.
And Flacco has a great game.
Yeah.
What are we doing next year? That conversation is being talked about a lot of people right now. Anybody out there hasn't thought in their mind right now, paying $230 million to a quarterback that we could probably pay a lot of money. Listen, I'm just being exaggerated. I'm speaking for the people playing right now who are not saying, I'm not keeping going with Flacco.
15 years younger.
Yeah, so he hasn't had a trip, but he haven't had a game where they want to do that.
I'm just playing the part of the. This is what's going to suck. So Flacco wins the next 2 games, right?
Yep.
We'll be what, 12-5.
Yep.
We'll be, of course, stuck in the first wild card position because that beat Baltimore, so did that.
Yeah, thank you, 49ers, for that last night. Should have been.
Can't even just beat that team, Jesus.
I thought that was a lot.
So we go on, we make it to the AFC Championship, so we begin with, right? That's going to be a hell of a season, right? Good season.
You're put us in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be a season or a tough season of so much popularity in Cleveland. I can tell you that right now. Because I think Flacco, he does that for us. It's going to be like, Yeah, I can keep going. I can play another season, I can play 2 more seasons. I'm gonna Tom Brady this right now.
Yeah, but.
He does. Yeah, no, I do.
He's a hyper power.
Right. He's going into the playoffs
And
and
we're not being a team. We will be playing on the road. It's finding a guy who's. He's one more.
I've seen the guy more or less affected by whatever's going on in the game when he sits on the sideline. They show Flacco on the sideline. It's just like, yeah, what am I cooking for dinner?
He said, when you're almost 40 years old, not for everybody. Dude, you're older than Joe Flacco.
I know, right? Oh my God. That's right.
I'm gonna say that out loud. Oh my God.
I feel it too.
Wow.
Maybe rather than getting one pass for like 20 yards, he might get it.
That's right. So.
Thanks for being better. Probably letting them out like we did.
No, I did. As soon as they announced it was Case Keenum starting and not CJ Stroud. He's really good. Our defense is very bad on the road. The reason our defense doesn't show up on the road the same way that it does at home. So, I was a little nervous if CJ Stroud was. I completely agree. We got to work clean. Lincoln Asper was really good. Obviously, we played Case Keenum on Sunday. The Sporters they were playing against Trevor Simeon. And then Sunday after we got Jake Browning, who's up so high.
Yeah, I agree. The thing I'm concerned about, and one thing that problem on Sunday is penalties. Emerson, we talked about the G9 texting on Sunday about how aggressive our defense is. And being aggressive means we don't have penalties, right? He had like 4, at least 4. And he was accountable.
First half.
We didn't have to go ahead and play. Ruin it after.
Yeah, it really depends on the reps that you have that week because he was doing the same stuff against Chicago and the refs weren't calling it.
Yeah.
Then you do that same stuff against the refs in Houston, they're calling it. So it really just varies on
So funny that there was probably every other penalty on the field.
So, never had nothing for my but I expect that. And at the end of the day, personally, I would love Myles Garrett to be a defensive player of the year. I would love it. That would be great. But I want a Super Bowl. I don't give a shit if he wins the defensive player of the year. Winning games. I think everyone out there. I think so. You want to have a trophy in over 3 or 4 weeks, he leads the league in pressure rating, in quarterback pressures, in percentages beating off the snap. So he's, I didn't say that. The center. Snap. He's winning. He's leading the NFL in the last 4 weeks. So his stats don't show sacks. So he's still changing the game. So,
And I think it's one. There were probably 3 or 4 series on Sunday where they were jumping the ball. But, you notice our defensive end was in the back of the field because they had a chance to stand up and do it.
and that's what you can see is Myles Garrett clearly wasn't getting the sacks. So there is good things. So that's just as impactful. It sucks that the stats don't go to Myles, which not Myles to bring in awards. That's clearly your approach to be cool. But he's still impacting the game. That's all we are. Footballers. For the most part, we have almost inevitable at this point.
We have to say the page. We're not going to talk about it.
I'm good.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to
Stay over there. I'm good. Let's move on. We're going to do is we're going to do our week 16 recap. So we'll get into it really quick. It's going to be very fast. Final game, 1 game for our competition that we do. We work with our pick set. And you say that, but you work like 4 games about a month ago.
I want to make it competitive, right?
Don't call it from.
So I want to get you back in the game and shit, you know?
I have one the last 2 years before.
It's not those times. That's not what I want to do.
I live in the next. That's right.
My punishments, I remember.
I keep receipts. So Thursday night, the Saints and the Rams played a very boring game. 30-22, the Rams get the win with the Saints. Has nothing to do with the Browns, really, a non-factor. Steelers winning 34-5 over the Bengals. Steelers are garbage, too. I hope they sign.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We don't have one of those reindeer had a very good game on Saturday before Christmas. It's not that game even close. Hardly, but
I did, but you know what, it's certainly, recording, so you're afraid of how well they're playing.
yeah. I think the Bills are a scary team in general just because of the way they play football. They're an all-weather team. They're very good in the cold. On the road, they can do it whenever. I mean, again, it was an ugly win, but it was a win. They can
I agree.
That was going in
I think the Bills are the Bills this year. Why are the Chiefs this year?
No, the
teams were not the same that they've been last 3 years.
But the thing with the Bills is they were facing the Chargers, who I said jokingly last week, the Chargers just fired their head coach. They were going with that interim head coach. The interim head coach gets everybody fired up to play. And they almost did. They almost pulled off an upset. So, I mean, it would have been cool if they did, because obviously as a Browns fan, I want the Bills to continuously lose. But it is okay. They get a 24-22 win against the Chargers. The Colts also trying to hold on to the wild card spot and or win the division. They lose 29-10 to the shitty Falcons, so that was pretty embarrassing on their part.
Imagine the Colts go back to win the division against the Jaguars.
I hope so. We hear basically it's inevitable that we're playing the AFC South winner.
Yeah.
So, do you want the Colts or do you want the Jets? Or the Texans?
I mean, all 3 I'm afraid of.
Healthy CJ Stroud, I don't want to go to Houston and play. That's the number one team I
You're
get.
afraid of Indy because of Minshew and how he runs the
No.
issue.
I was going to say, second would be healthy Trevor Lawrence. I don't want to go to Jets. No, Grayson. They would be my second choice to not play.
But it has been one of
I would prefer in Indy, I'm okay with that.
one other comment, maybe
Randy Williams and Florida. Seahawks winning 20-17 against the Titans. They're a win for them, so they're with that one. Lions win 30-24. They ended the division. For the first time in 30 years, the Lions win the division. Still, not enough for Dan Campbell to be coach of the year, so we have this enhancement. The Jets, forget if they're trying to tank, the Jets win their last second field goal to beat the Commanders and cost themselves a bracket. And my friends are the Jets fans. I love that. I mean, I'm really excited for this. So when the Commanders took the lead 28-27, they were like, okay, I figured out this tanking. Then they took the game in the field goal, and I said, the Jets are so fucking bad, they can't even figure out tanking. So I wrote that in their faces. That was really funny for me as a good senator. Then we got the Packers barely beating the Panthers 33-30. I took them -5. They kind of fucked me on that.
The last couple of weeks. They suck, but they actually were trying.
I'm guessing a lot of people out here still want about Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
No.
Yeah. I think he's
He's in the worst division in football, and the Buccaneers will get eliminated in the very first round if they even make the playoffs.
Johnny has that
Jordan is the Baker Mayfield tattoo once last week. I heard it. I heard all about it. Don't show me, by the way. Don't show me. The Buccaneers win 30-12 over the Jags. Trevor Lawrence is looking like he's going to miss a time. Here we go. Dropping hands. That's you know, they don't threaten you to get time. The Packers beat the Cardinals 27-16. Justin Fields looked pretty good, but not good enough to beat the Bengals on this week. I'm very happy about that. I let it face him. You didn't go, your fantasy season's over, huh?
It is, the last night, so everything's the last night's game, I was up against, Lamar Jackson, and I got a pretty good game. That was 8, so going into the middle of the third quarter, I was okay. Yeah, Jackson had a pretty start to the third quarter, right? So I was still okay, though, right? Yeah. It's that fucking 25-yard bomb that, you know, the pass right now. That's my 10 points.
Anybody out there in the fantasy football playoffs?
Oh, trust me out. Sometimes.
Okay, go home. Okay.
I have won the championship in one league, so I'm not going to worry.
Congratulations.
I'm not going to play the crew this year. That's a low for me. But I'm in the championship year in 11 leagues. And me and the wife, but I'm in
How much of the leagues? Oh,
that's 8 that I
you're more than your house in fantasy?
I need one more person.
Got it. Okay. So you're just like having responsibility.
I'm in.
Yeah.
do it. You have the weeks where you have guys you're facing and you also have on other teams, and it's like, well, I have to root for them, but I also don't want them to be good. Yeah. As long as you have a big money league, that's all that matters. Okay.
20 hours, I'll start caring less.
Like, it's just so low. Like, Chipper's 100 years old, you have pennies probably, so it's not.
Yes, absolutely. It's a check it should drop.
The game of the week, other Sunday afternoon, the Cowboys took on the Dolphins. They were nailed, the Dolphins were 22-20 with less.
That was kind of the spot where they hit it. And that's the game. You think is Dallas getting into a typical team as
Dallas and Dallas. Dallas and Dallas.
they're so hard to go.
It's hard who they are. Mike McCarthy sounded a really good head coach. The team is a little overrated. Yeah, Prescott finds ways to fuck things up. And Dallas is Dallas. That's the best way I can put it.
Would you be scared to go against Miami in the playoffs? Because our defense matched well against their
Contain Tyreek Hill, everybody else I'm watching it.
so he had Tyreek Hill on the game. He's not starting that three babies with three big mamas.
He's been noticed. None of the big names get out of line. He knows something around. He does not.
Really, that's the kids. Not the
It's for him, he's the children.
Just the kids.
He respects them. Patriots beat the Broncos 26-23, the last second field goal in a holding match. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah, I saw the Patriots now.
It was Christmas Eve, and we were celebrating Dolphins' house, we were drinking, and next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock, and I check my phone, and I go, oh shit, that game extended, didn't even know it started. You were not so bad.
It's such a big beer nowadays.
I get drunk and I'm hanging around family. That's what we do for Christmas.
Then be some family.
I've seen one Fast and Furious movie and it was the total one.
So this is what I'm going to and what
After coming to that year, Brett, that's the only I'll take your word for it. There's no one back there watching this movie. I'm going to text you when I'm going to get it.
20 years.
No, I'm just kidding. Raiders upset the Chiefs because it's an offensive touchdowns 20-14.
Does he deserve to be coach next year?
Until it do, yes. Yeah, because the Raiders are very similar to the Browns. The Raiders like to fire their coaches, they fire their GM, then they make the worst decision ever, and they hire a fucking idiot, and then they have to rinse their repeat and start from the beginning. So, this guy's brilliant. This guy is one over the locker room. Keep it.
And he's not supportive.
He's a fucking idiot. So he does not make good decisions. He is going to let Antonio Pierce go, and he's going to hire some giddy
Fun facts. I used to laugh about that back then.
So he went out their time and said, no thanks to having that.
He's an offensive coordinator. That's my defensive mind, right?
But they're rookie quarterbacks in football. He had 16 yards in the first quarter and did not have another yard for the rest of the game. Unheard of.
And really not really that one. That back-to-back defensive touchdown they had
Yeah, that does it.
Yeah.
That's
Chiefs. He was number one receiver, and he was the same.
well, they lost him before last year.
We lost the last one on tight end because now he's all the way over there in Swift.
He's still killing it. That stuff is still killing it. It's really some bats on Sunday. But I saw a lot of people distracted. Now, I saw a lot of people saying the same thing that you just said. We're losing Tyreek Hill. They lost Tyreek Hill before last season and still won the Super Bowl. So Tyreek Hill was not in this.
But they don't have a number one receiver.
No, that's the issue. I think it's losing here for youngers.
Yeah.
They lost their eye here. That's what's possible. It's they need to be the worst.
That's also true.
What happens? Saints come to reverse. They're here it's 20. So it is what it is. The Giants tried to make a game out of it. They revenged. Tommy Cup, they revenged him. The Italian boy of Spanish, yeah. Not only that, he's no longer starting for it. It's pretty decent against the Eagles. So the Eagles get a win on Christmas Day, 33-25, and the Ravens upset the 49ers. Can we call it an upset?
Yes, because
They don't think it's an underdog.
I don't think anybody assumed that the Ravens were going to win.
I went into it a little heavy, and I thought, I know you do. We all picked the Niners, for God's sake. I went into it thinking the Browns are going to win against the Texans, then the Ravens are going to lose to the Niners, and the Browns are going to have a one-way ticket to win the division, getting the 1 seed, and Fate had other ideas. So,
Pretty much
it's not looking good.
It's not the Ravens that lose the next 2 games.
Which will change even what happened. Score, they played the Dolphins, and then next finally they played the Steelers, who were garbage.
So the Steelers are going to catch somebody once in a while.
It's not even really earlier in the season. It's kind of they don't have a cost, they know them to have it. No, I don't think so either. The Steelers are going to throw it down, because they're going to, they suck. They're not going to so we're going back. Who would you pick right now for Coach of the Year and MVP? If you had to vote today, non-biased, who are you voting for?
Oh man, so now I have to say my answer. I want to go to Stefanski. I think for the quarterbacks,
Correct.
the amount of injuries we have on our team right now, to be 10-5, and we're a wild card in the NFC. You got to go to Stefanski. He's getting the most out of the leagues.
I'm with you on that, honestly. And it's not just because I'm a Bronx fan. Kevin Stefanski deserves Coach of the Year. In my opinion, he's earned it.
Yes, and my MVP right now,
I think he's actually moved back statistically. He's moved back.
yes, and my MVP right now would be McCaffrey. Please.
You agree with that? You know how it's going to go. We're going to give Campbell Coach of the Year, and we're going to give MVP to like Lamar Jackson, who's not very good. It's embarrassing. You know, work for the NFL. Average numbers. Ooh, Dak Prescott, did I get it?
Stop with that. That's got so
That's not going to happen. I would give it to McCaffrey as well.
And it's not in games. When's the last time you about
I hate the MVP of
Can you look at the betting app? We are this year, McCaffrey
I think since like 2007, they were playing that Trent Alexander from MVP. Yeah, 20 years ago. I didn't think about that.
that was the year, he was the batting part next year, then he 2012?
You don't know MVP? Okay.
He's never quite making that kind of big season of Vikings.
Should have always started beating kids.
That was after.
We have to re-skip over.
He's going to want to do that.
Yes, that's it. We missed a lot of draft picks.
Hey,
For him in the track.
we took Joe Thomas though, and you didn't complain about that.
I mean,
You didn't complain about your own thing back.
how many games did your guys give us?
What happens when you win?
Exactly. So Adrian Peterson
What did Adrian Peterson win? You're going to win on the team. What did you win on the team?
Multiple games in the season,
Was that any championships?
at this point, I think he won.
You didn't get a Exactly. Now that's what I'm talking
His number is not the one anymore. His number is the quarterback every time.
You say it.
So yeah, looking at the playoff picture right now, the Browns are looking like 5 seed. It's inevitable. We're not winning the division. We're going to have to come in as a tough wild card.
That's not good. Yeah. I think our first matchup against right now it's Jacksonville.
We're going to be playing the AFC South.
I like our chances against Jacksonville. I like our chances against the Colts. So I think our first round of playoffs could be very winnable. The second round, however, as it sits right now, will be going against Baltimore.
When you have the best coach in the NFL, wow, there we go. And you have Joe Flacco, rejuvenated Joe Flacco. The best defense, Joe Flacco found the problem with you. Actually, no one can beat anybody. I'm not worried about any opponent. Joe Flacco, what could be wrong more than to go into Baltimore and see the team that let him go for Lamar Jackson? Oh my God. We can't wait.
That's a Netflix special over there, right? That's called Bruce Ray, the teen Baltimore.
You see that 30 for 30 in 20 years? Oh, that's starting to be grotesque. My pants are going to be in my ankles, everybody. And I think you know what I mean when I say that. I'm going to masturbation.
Oh, nice. Wait, video game back in here.
Start, finish, middle, doesn't matter.
That's not exactly not gonna happen.
Lots of regular content. Give them a chance.
You don't know what Baby lady.
That's the name's really nice. That's what I can drive right now. I'm going to end up with a 5 seed. So as I said, assuming you get a first round win, which is easier said than done.
And then we have it.
It's any given Sunday or Saturday, and actually now Monday.
It's Saturday.
It's, I mean, the NFL's going to take advantage of the viewers, and Cleveland is going to be one of the highest games.
I would the night game on Saturday.
Right, which is ideal.
There's one time when night game on Saturday, we didn't want to play.
Yeah, that went pretty well. No, this is Sunday.
No, it's Saturday.
I don't remember. I think it was a Sunday.
Was it Sunday? I mean, we don't know.
When we beat the Steelers, what day did we win that game? It was a Sunday, wasn't it?
It was Sunday.
I was going to tell you Saturday.
I really didn't change it, buddy. So I was
Technically, that was Sunday play, you know, that's 7 days in a week.
no, it was Saturday, Sunday.
And they played Monday night.
It's Saturday.
They did. Yeah, they thought it was a Sunday. It was a great game. Ben Roethlisberger cried. I'll never forget
I
that.
didn't know that game.
That's good. We could have won that game with him. We could have won that game with Tiny Cutlets, for God's sake. Yeah, they were truly almost. Yeah, they were like, all right, we got to stop the road because he's starting to look like he didn't get up there. So we was doing a quick show. We got to get right into picks. 2 weeks ago, and I want you guys feel free as we go over the games. Yell out your picks. I want you to know that I'm not going to write them down. I'm not going to remember what you say. Feel free to play along. You guys want to yell out what team you think is going to win this week. I'm happy to listen. Yeah, we can start with the college playoffs. We'll do that. Who's got Michigan or Alabama? Who's got them? Who do you like? Everybody roll high. Who's got Alabama? And if you think Alabama's going to win, then you guys just say, oh, Michigan? Thank you. That's Pittsburgh. They're the same thing. Wrong city. Whatever. Specifically for the guy who I give you cash, you do it. Yes, they are. And everything sucks, by the way, when they how about you all put your mouth? How about it? I love them, and they're terrible, and just tell me about it. Excited? I just want to blame it on you. For what? Let's think, I'm not lying. Well, they have sucked this year, so I'm going to say it. They've done really bad this year. That's a fair assessment. I wasn't speaking out of line. I mean, they're back to back together, right? Everybody who knows it, you'll know without it, most of you out there.
TCU.
How'd that go, by the way?
51-45.
Next game, still against that shitty team.
So Michigan against Alabama and
It's against Washington. That's gonna be a fun one.
that will be a fun game.
I think I'm with Rockford there. I think I like Washington. Washington's defense is really, really good. So,
And Washington's quarterback has been pretty good too.
yeah, my junior year, Washington, Alabama, national championship. I'm kind of okay with that. And then I'm going to root for Washington because I'm sick of Alabama winning. Hey,
So Alabama gets one chance for us this year, and we get you guys.
it's a double-edged sword. I hate Alabama. I'm sick of watching them win. And I always got to hate Michigan. So I don't want Michigan to go to the championship either. So it's like, I have to pick one. I'll take Alabama. And then, give me Washington. I like that defense. Give me Washington.
As a Michigan fan, Adam, it's hard about that.
Or if you have to make it illegal cheeseburgers to chicken.
If he wins the championship, he leaves.
Okay, so he's gone.
Okay.
You guys have no chance of winning the championship.
So he said, "What are you going?"
Pretty much. It's like slim to none.
But you thought you guys were gonna get waxed by a man when you guys beat him in 1 year?
Yeah, you guys can't beat TCU though, and this team's worse.
It's a whole new year. Why we played the game? Been taking it there before.
I'm kidding.
I think he's safe.
He's gonna blow the shit for
Are
you.
you the favorite in Alabama game?
Shouldn't be. Give me a Washington Alabama championship. Give me a Washington win. I'd be happy with that.
All right.
That's a non-biased. I don't want to see Alabama win
I
anyway.
think that's good football.
That would be nice too. That's why it sucks that Michigan's in it. All right, really quick, let's do our week 17 picks for those of you keeping score at home. I still have a 2-game lead over Kyle.
Yeah, you now have a 2-game lead. You had a 3-game lead last week. And
I still have a lead over Kyle. Now it's 2 games.
Making sure we're on the same page.
So I'm winning 151 and 93 to 149 and 96. Tim is not that far behind at 145 and 101. Tim's got to start making some moves here, though. It's either going to really help you or really screw you. So we'll see how that goes. Game on, let's go. Let's get right into it. Obviously, Thursday night is the Browns against the Jets, and we are not going to do that one now. We save that one. So, without further ado, we'll move to Saturday, where we have, computer doesn't want to work here. Here we go. We have the Detroit Lions visiting the Dallas Cowboys. Saturday night football on NBC. Detroit favored 6 points.
No, Cowboys are favorite too.
That's right, Dallas. Dallas is kind of
Good team.
pretty big Detroit Dallas. A couple of these, you know how it goes.
I think, in my opinion, it's going to be a great game.
Sure.
Just at home, I have to go with the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys.
I'm taking the Cowboys. I'm not touching the points, but I am going to go with Dallas. I think Dallas has a lot to prove. Dallas is trying to kind of establish dominance in the NFC. The Lions are good. The Lions already locked the division. They don't, I mean, obviously they can keep trying for the 1 seed, but I think just you're in the playoffs. Focus on that. Dallas is going to come away with the win.
I'm however going to make my points pick here. And I think the Lions plus 6.
Okay. He's going plus 6 to Detroit.
Right, I could love it. It's a I'm not going to pick points.
Tim's going to Detroit. Can I get a line roar from you, Tim? Thank you. I love it. Thank you so much. We got a Detroit Lions pick from Tim. Next up, New England against Buffalo. Does anybody want New England?
No.
I don't think so. Let me write that down really quick. Buffalo for everybody. Buffalo Bills. Next up, Atlanta at Chicago.
Did you jump again?
I didn't.
Is there a Dolphins game on there?
I'm not seeing it. I'm looking.
I've got the ESPN.
No, they're at the end. Atlanta against Chicago. Anybody want Atlanta?
No, give me the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears. Give me Chicago. Anybody out there want Atlanta?
Nobody will
No?
know.
All right, fair enough. You're taking the Falcons? Tim's got one there to do.
And this is where Tim's got back right here.
Or the Tim falls dramatically into the basement. I respect it. Next up, you've got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Colts. I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, I'm actually going with the Raiders here. I got the emotional win last week. I think they keep it going this week and beat the Colts. Give me the Raiders.
You're going for Tim? That's right, pull away.
No.
Happy to do it. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New York Giants. Does anybody want the Giants?
No, give me the Rams.
I didn't think so. Rams for everybody. All right, next up, Arizona. Battle of the Birds. You got the Cardinals going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles minus 10.5.
Minus 10.5.
I think they're like more than 2 touchdowns.
All right. Now give me the Eagles too. I like that pick, but not.
Oh, they're coming to them. Eagles. You got to be specific. We got 2 bird teams playing. Thank you. Now that's an Eagle if I were there. Yeah, there is. That's why I was like, not sure what the bird is going with. Next up, we've got the New Orleans Saints against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Baker Mayfield Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think he keeps them all, man.
He's a bomb. He's going to go eliminated in the first round if they even The Bucks at home, the Saints thing. Tampa Bay for all three of us. Next up, we got the Saints from the 49ers against the Washington Commanders. I think the spread's like 14 or some shit. I'm not touching that one, but I will take the Niners in a blowout.
Yeah, I hope the 49ers make a decent recovery from last week. Yeah, give me the 49ers again.
Then Brock Purdy for another 40%.
And you're taking the Commanders?
Wow, who said that?
Sean did. Commanders? Why do you think Commanders right now?
You're taking the money? Like the spread? How about, are you taking the money line and the spread? That's reasonable. I was money line and I was like, somebody cut this guy off. So, hey, you know what? At that point, it's a lottery ticket. Why not? I'm with you. I like that. Next up, we've got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Battle of the Cats going on. I'm taking the Jags, even though Trevor Lawrence is probably not going to play. He's in his practice this week. It's not looking good. He's got a sprained AC joint. Yeah, I'll still take the Jags, so this Carolina's trash.
Yeah, give me the Jaguars here.
Be specific.
Yeah.
That's a Jaguar if I ever saw one. I know those two animals. I was just there on Saturday. Now we got Miami. Miami at Baltimore. Kind of surprised this game's a 1 o'clock game because this game is the later getting in.
I think they passed the time to that's why I just stuck with it.
There's good sucks.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins here.
Yeah, I'm with Kyle. I kind of want to take Baltimore, but I fucking hate them, so I'm going Miami just out of spite.
We have one different game so far, right? For this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it kind of one different. Yeah, I'm gonna go two. Yeah, I'm gonna go two different games.
Baltimore and Baltimore and the Dolphins.
No, I don't know the games. Thank you.
You going Baltimore? Okay, I respect it. Tim's trying to make a comeback, so he's going Baltimore. I respect it. Tennessee against Houston. I assume C.J. Stroud will be back. I'm going Houston.
Yeah, give me the Texans here to win this.
Right?
With Stroud back. If Stroud back, it out over to the.
Okay. Yeah, I like Houston. Pittsburgh at Seattle. Does anybody want Pittsburgh?
So I always think Pittsburgh.
Kyle's a closeted Steelers fan. I don't really know that. And most we talk personally, you can always pick against him. Kyle's like, I like the Steelers here. And that's why he's behind. No, I don't think he's been
Steelers fans are closeted. I agree with you. But no, I'm going to take the Seahawks here. I thought about taking the Seahawks.
I like the Seahawks on the road. I mean, yeah, Pittsburgh's traveling a long way. Give me Seattle as well.
Give us a Seahawks.
I love it. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers against the Denver Broncos in a game of who gives a fuck. Both those teams think, give me the Broncos at home. I'll take the Broncos at home.
Yeah, Broncos around the Broncos.
That's it. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals against the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, 4-25. We have all taken the Bengals. No, we don't do the spread, okay? We're just doing it. This is money line. I'm going Chiefs.
But who's going to love the Chiefs to win? I mean, I think that's the biggest one. Give me the Chiefs.
I mean, at this point, winning, that's I know what that means. At this point, the Browns are not going to win the division. We're not going to get the 1 seed. So now I'm just moving against other AFC North teams. I do want the Bengals
In the next 2 games,
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's not going
The Steelers are totally upset. You're calling it? I hope. Don't get me wrong. I would fucking love that. But I'm not holding my breath. And then Sunday Night Football, another real shitty game that who gives a shit. The Green Bay Packers take on the Minnesota Vikings. Sunday Night Football. I'm going to the Packers. I'm going Green Bay.
All right, we got 2 games this week.
You're going to Minnesota?
Give me the Vikings.
Yeah. TJ Hawkinson tore his ACL, MCL, PCL, DVD, HDMI, equal everything. I'm going to HVAC and all. Packers, Vikings.
Anyone else go to
That's the same one that happened. This is where I think a very big lead on YouTube. There's nobody like football. Last game of the week. That'll do it. And then, obviously, now we talk. Browns and Jets. It is that time.
This should be a very short talk because we pretty much know what they have to do.
He doesn't even know what plan he's on right now.
Well, we're not really from the Jets, right?
Jets.
I can get behind that chair.
I need to. Just out of spite, I'm petty. Zach Wilson's been rolled out. They're facing Trevor Siemian. We have a backup kicker. We have a backup punter. Will that matter? It shouldn't. We're home. They're going to play out. We're going to running back. We're back and forth. The Jets' defense is very good. I'm not going to knock it. They have the number one passing defense in football.
Okay.
They have a really good secondary. Their defensive line is pretty good. So running the ball, we already stink at it. We're not going to do it. But in Flacco is the fantasy we trust. Go around. With this one on Thursday.
I think it's going to be very electrifying down at the stadium on Thursday. It's going to be fun to watch.
I didn't see everybody with the white eyes, so they
I love how working on tonight to behave so that they're with us in the fourth quarter, which basically says that it was a bunch of drunks. Yes.
no. If you see a Jets fan, beat them up.
That's good.
Don't hold that against them, but beat them up.
Now, I think the defense is going to do everything in the offseason. They're going to
The defense shows up and looking for Miles Garrett to get his first sack in about a month and a half. You come 3 sacks.
That's pretty good.
At this point, I'll settle for one because I haven't seen him.
Just 3 sacks. How many holes? How many holes?
Every snap.
I think we're going to have 2 or 3 turnovers. I think someone will step out. I agree, 2 or 3 sacks. We have our miles. I
think 7 is a little bit of a high spread. I think it's going to be a tighter game.
think Flacco's going to short out early. I think he's probably going to short out a little bit. Take the Flacco's in the same manner.
That's last year. There's a little bit of, he knows the locker room a little bit. I feel like he's going to have some, I won't say jitters, but they'll be able to kind of figure it out. He's going to outcoach routes.
Yes, give me the Browns, maybe the whole team.
I was calling it. Tim, I did not get a spread pick from you. Cleveland 7. You taking the Browns? All right, Tim is buying the Browns. -7. And Tim's trying to make a triumphant comeback again. He was down by 6 hits against me 2 weeks ago. I was down by 2 weeks ago. So you got 2 different ones this week where I feel that week. I tried to catch up. Appreciate your efforts. It's not going to happen. At any rate, this gets us to everybody's favorite segment, and of course,
I like to have the tip of the end of the top.
and you're right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for just the tip. First, the 3 of us, we tell you guys what you should be checking out, what you should be watching, reading, anything, listening to, podcast, could be anything. Tim's going to start us off, as always. I'm not betting on, but I'm on something comedy related.
You look me right, my friend.
Yes, I will. All right, take it away, Tim.
So, I don't have anything until the beginning of next year, but it's a great stage to start the year on. Hilarity on the 7th. It's going to be the 51st jokes. It's about a million comedians doing their first joke of the year. I have a new joke that I just wrote that is going to be premiered on that day. So please come out to Hilarity on the 24th in Euclid, I believe it is. It's January 7th. It's a Sunday. It's a fairly inexpensive show too. I mean, you will see a lot of great comedians. You can see their first jokes. So come out and have a good time. Like I said, it's some of the comedians that are there are really like they're headliners. You will get them at a cheap price. And it's not only one joke, but it's a joke that you get to see first. It's usually the first joke that they wrote that year. And this is my 3rd year. Well, this is technically my 2nd year to participate, but this is my 3rd year back invited. I'm pretty excited to do it. That's all I got. Thanks, Tim. You good? Did I break it? It's on the internet. It's only fitting we had problems with the internet anyway. My tip's gonna be short and sweet. That's what she said. It's no agreeing with the joke here.
This is from 2012.
Yes. My tip is, I'm not gonna this week. So this week I'm catching up on a lot of movies, TV shows, enjoying myself being lazy, which I love.
Check out the show Three's Company.
My tip is kind of like that. Is go back and watch older movies. I've never seen the movie Blood, David Day Lewis. You've never seen it? I've never watched it before. It was on yesterday, actually. Great movie. David Day Lewis. So my tip is to go back and watch older movies, especially Academy Award movies that we've never watched before. Go back and watch the movie here. That's my tip. Then watch all movies. I'll go back and watch movies. Not very much. That's fair.
I am the opposite. I'm a new movie that just came out that you can rent on demand. It is called Thanksgiving. It's a horror slasher movie from the year. It is available to rent whatever you want if you're into that kind of shit. I love horror movies. I love slashers. Thanksgiving was really good. It was fun. Good gore. It was a little, obscure. That's what a good horror movie is. And Eli Roth did a really good job. It's a good cast. It's got Patrick Dempsey, Sexiest Man of the Year. Don't agree with it, but he won Sexiest Man of the Year for some reason. I don't know why. He's like 65 years old. I wish they would ask me for a vote because I worked with him. But
McDreamy, man. Crazy.
I think he was McDreamy like 5 years ago.
He's
He does a very good job in this movie. So check out the movie Thanksgiving. It's a fun horror movie. It just came out on demand. And that's my tip for this week. And it's from 2023 because I don't live in the past.
Random stuff.
But with that being said, I want to say thank you to everybody for showing up. We're wrapping up the show here. We love being here. And I think thank you so much. And with that being said, Nathan, that was for you. Yes, everybody. Go Browns. That's gotta be. Did